This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show. Episode number 227. We're hanging out in Chicago. Somehow, I've never had this guest on my show despite hanging out with her like 100 times.
Right.
Please help me welcome Kiera Hogan. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's a little cold.
Oh my god, it's so cold. That's why I have on this beanie.
Oh yeah, showing off the merch. So you're from Atlanta, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So does it it gets cold there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's bipolar weather in Atlanta. It'll be hot, 90 degrees one day, and it'll be 60 degrees and rainy the next day.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Florida it's like hot, rainy, hot. So I mean, you've been down there enough now.
Yes.
Yeah. So how long have you been coming down? It's like you started working with Shine, correct?
Yes, in 2015.
2015 now.
Or the end of 2000. No, the end of 2016.
The end of 2016.
Yes.
So yeah, so now this is the end of 2018, I think. Yeah, 18.
Jeez, I know, right?
So yeah, so 2 years coming down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a lot of miles on the car and a lot of frequent flyer miles.
Yes, a lot of frequent flyer miles.
Yeah, so we've finally been able to sit down. I think I first met you at an AWE show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I worked at Owen.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That match went well.
It was there was interesting. I don't. It may be on the nets. I don't know. Yeah, I missed. AWE is a great place to work.
It definitely
The shows at the bar. What was it? Masquerade.
Yep, it was at the Masquerade. Now it's at Opera full time, and let's hope this place doesn't shut down, because I feel like every place Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment goes to gets shut down like mysteriously after. It's crazy.
AWE, a great place to work.
Definitely.
And so now you're working here like full time with Shimmer,
Which is crazy.
and this other place you're working. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, Impact Wrestling.
Oh, I'm a knockout.
So how did that who sent the email, or was it phone call, email, or?
Well, they actually came to Shine to scout.
Okay.
And the first round of scouting, I didn't get picked. They came again. I actually got hurt at that specific show. And Jeremy Borash messaged me and asked if it was okay for him to send my stuff in. He also asked me if I had any other commitments, if anybody else was contacting me, and I was like, nope, I'm clear. He sent my stuff in. Literally maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 days later, Scott Demore gave me a phone call and was like, we want to offer you a contract.
Wow. We were like,
I was like, is this real?
Like, who this?
I was like, hello?
Like, Murder One, is this you?
Right. Are you sure this is real, right?
I've never got that phone call. So.
I was surprised to get that phone call. He was like, take your time, I'll send you the contract. You look over it, take your time. I was like, okay. Like a week later, I was like, here you go.
Yeah, so now you're on TV. I mean, how
regularly.
Do you watch yourself, or are you one of those people who doesn't like to? Okay.
Oh no, I watch myself.
You're like, no.
It's literally because it's crazy to even believe that I wrestle on TV pretty much almost every week, or I'm on TV almost every week.
With promos or run-ins or So
I have to see it, because I don't ever get to see it when we actually tape. So I watch it with my mom, who was like, "Are you gonna be on TV this week?" And I'm like, "Yes, mother. Let's watch it together." So we watch it together.
That's great. So you watch it with your mom?
Yeah, I do.
That's the greatest thing ever. Oh.
Yeah, she literally is like, "Are you okay? Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm right here. I'm obviously okay."
I'm.
You're looking at me. I'm okay.
So when did you decide to go with the orange yellow, the fiery hair? Because it's amazing. Like it stands out so much because it's different from a lot of girls have to do the red hair and stuff like that. So it just stands out, and so I mean, based off of that, you stand out, and then your work, speaks, for itself. So.
Thanks.
The two combined is you're a hell of a talent.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I mean, when I first started, I didn't really know what I wanted to be, like who I wanted to be as a character, who I wanted to, promote or sell to fans. And the Girl on Fire kind of just happened. Honestly, Owen was the one who gave me the idea of the Girl on Fire. He told me when I first started training, I got a little chip on my shoulder. I didn't want to come to training. I didn't want to go to the gym. Like, he was like, you need to find your fire. And I was like, I kind of like that. Like, so I just became the Girl on Fire right off of that one time. Like,
That's like the old Stone Cold, story where, he's like, where the wife said, drink your soup or it's going to get stone cold.
and literally, yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. I was like, fire. I just felt like fire was fire just reminds me of passion. It reminds me of like just the passion that burns inside of you, So I felt like as the Girl on Fire, I was showing my passion that burned inside me for wrestling. So I'm the girl with the passion, Girl on Fire.
That's amazing. I like it. Like I'm a huge fan. I've been a huge fan from the start.
Thank you.
And you're killing it. You're getting better.
Thanks.
You're on TV. You're here at Shimmer. Like,
Oh, just so many things are happening, and it's just, I have to pinch myself because it's crazy. This is the only thing I've ever wanted to do, and to be in the position that I'm in to, I just signed a contract with WOW. Like, that's another TV contract. It's just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe this is even happening. I'm just so happy, like.
and you were set to work with FSCW coming up, which folks I work for, and sadly other commitments had to take you away.
Yeah.
But you will be there hopefully sometime
Next year,
soon.
2019.
Next year, there's a ton of dates coming out for FSCW next year. So hopefully, and what character?
Well, it'll be somebody from Steven's universe. I think that's a good hint.
That's a good hint?
That's a good hint.
I've never seen. Do you watch Steven's?
I actually don't, so I had to research
You
the
have to
character
research?
that
Yeah.
they gave me, but don't worry, it'll be awesome. I promise.
I'm not into. I mean, I guess is it anime like cartoon? Like I don't even know.
It's a cartoon.
I'm horrible. Like
It's a cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Okay.
So I do know that.
I know. I see the dude who does the voice at like all these cons,
Yeah.
and his line is so long.
Really?
It's so long. Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe I'll get a line like that.
You gotta get that Kiera universe.
Right, like the Kiera universe, the Fire universe. Oh my God, stop.
So you said obviously Impact, Shimmer, WOW. Now like what's the, I mean what else could you? I mean what do you have time to do?
Grow.
Yeah.
Honestly, from here, it's just getting better. Like, the more that I'm able to travel, the more people I'm able to, wrestle with and learn from and grow. And I've only been wrestling for a little over 3 years, so I'm still so early in my career. So just from, like, this point on, it's all about growth.
Who are some of your influences okay, 2 questions. Who are some of your influences when you first started watching wrestling, and then when you learned what wrestling actually was? Because some people can say my favorite was Hulk Hogan, and then when they learned wrestling, they're like, oh, but then my favorite became Shawn Michaels, or my favorite became Bret Hart, or even on the indies, oh man, my favorite became Adam Cole, somebody like that. Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, by the way.
Oh my God.
So who were your first influences, and then who, when you were like, oh, when it clicked, this is what wrestling is, I should pay attention to them?
Okay, so when I first started watching wrestling, and still to this day, Mickie James, hands down, is my idol. And even in Impact now, Gail and Tommy Dreamer say that I emulate her. Like, you can tell, I'm Mickie James's fan. I love her to death. She has always been my favorite. I've always liked her energy, and again, her passion. She's been wrestling since she was 19, and so have I. So it's just I just feel like she was just the biggest influence on me as far as wrestling, growing up. Of course, Melina, Angelina Love, I had a lot of influence from, and I knew when I got into wrestling that I wanted to emulate them as when I was a bad guy. I knew from the beginning, those were the 2 girls I had to watch to be a bad guy. Now, I've been focused so much more on the evolution of me, so I've been looking more at the emotion behind certain people, their personality, because I want to have a little bit more swag to my gimmick, because I feel like now I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so happy to be here. I want to evolutionize the Girl on Fire. And it's funny, Tessa was one person that I really looked to when I decided that, you know, maybe this needs a kick. She just has so much attitude. Like, you can feel it when she walks. Like, I just feel like I need that. And, like, she's definitely a person that I feel like emulates that. So Tessa, and I've been lucky enough to work with her and learn from her in that aspect too. So, yeah.
Have you been able to meet Mickie James at all?
Multiple times.
Did you fangirl out every time?
Yes. You know what's funny? Her first Shimmer show was my first Shimmer show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the first Shimmer show she did, I was here doing the first Rise, which is crazy. And then I was backstage walking around or whatever during the Shimmer show. It was my first Shimmer show. And she came up behind me. She was like, hey! And I was like, oh my God, hi! How are you? She was like, so, are you wrestling today? I was like, oh, no, I don't think I'm wrestling. She was like, so, when are you and me going to wrestle? And I was like, I don't know. I can't wait tonight. So it's just crazy. Like, I've been able to meet her. Like, literally, I met her when I was 17 years old. And that was before I started wrestling. And every single time I met her, I got further and further in my career. And I even did extras one time, and I was up there. And it was just crazy because she's seen me grow so much. And I feel like she's like, I feel like I'm closer to her than she probably thinks. But like every time I see her, she knows me, and we connect and we reconnect. So it's awesome to be able to talk to my idol like that. You know?
Yeah, they say work until your idols become your competition.
I stand by that.
All right.
Wholeheartedly.
All right. A thing we like to do here on the Milo Beasley Show is called the Top 5. We're asking a random question. Today's random question is going to be top 5 favorite cartoons.
SpongeBob, Gravity Falls,
Okay.
Rugrats,
Oh, Rugrats is a great one.
Hey Arnold, and Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, Danny Phantom was back like in the early 2000s.
Oh, I don't think
But it's on Hulu. You should check that out.
Oh, it's on Hulu. I do
Yes.
have the Hulu.
Yes, that's where I watch all my cartoons. Is Hulu. I fall asleep to the Rugrats every night.
Rugrats is great, and it's like getting like this resurgence almost in merchandise.
Oh
like,
my God,
where they bring,
yes.
like, yeah.
With
So,
like all the like 90s Nickelodeon stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nostalgic. I love it.
all right, so where can folks find you on the social medias?
I am Hogan Knows Best 18 on Instagram. I'm Hogan Knows Best 3 on Twitter. And I also have a fan page on Facebook, Kiera Hogan.
Of course, you can find me on all the socials at The Wrestling Bum. And please check out our previous 226 episodes of the Milo Beasley Show on the YouTube. Anything else before we go back and watch the main event?
You should check out episode 227.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
And I just said to him, I said, hey, if you and David are going around, if he ever, basically I probably said, if he ever wants to get his butt kicked by a girl, I know a guy. And wouldn't you know, an opportunity kind of came about.